Hello foodies, welcome back to my channel Tasty Treats by Nikki to the English series. So again we have yet another recipe of our Ramzan series, and our today's recipe is chicken bread roll. I'm not going to say that it's going to be easy and cheesy, but yes, it's a little difficult one, but it's really nice, delicious and yummy one. Let's dig into the ingredients first. So these are the ingredients that you need to make this recipe. Let's start. Before we start, we're going to wash the chicken nicely 3 to 4 times. We don't need to cut them. If you get it minced, it's very good. But if you don't get it, you can do it in a processor or a mixer grinder. So altogether, I've taken 70 grams of chicken here. I'm adding it into the grinder directly and I'm grinding it off. So next step is that you have to heat a pan, add 3 spoons of oil, and then you have to just add your chicken directly to it. And we have to cook the chicken nicely. If you get a minced chicken, it's very good and it's going to be a lot more easier for you. So before you get into the recipe details, if you're new to the channel, I please request you to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new delicious recipe. So this recipe was going quite viral on Instagram and everywhere. So I thought of giving it a try and then I tried it and it turned out to be very delicious and yummy. Just trust me, it was really tasty and really nice. If you want, you can also add cheese in it later on. Like once your chicken is done and everything is ready, and then you're just going to stuff it into the bread. At that point of time, you can add a little cheese to it, and it will also be a very good thought of the recipe. So after adding everything and then salt and all the spices, we are going to cook the chicken until it's nice and tender. So as I told you, till the chicken gets ready, as I told you, there is a giveaway going on my Instagram page. Do check it out. I'm going to announce the winner on the second day of the Eid. The links of my social media handles, Facebook and Instagram, is mentioned in the description box below. You can check out from there and go and take part in the Instagram giveaway going on. And those who have already participated, I would like to thank them because the response is way too better and higher than what I expected actually. So on my Hindi YouTube channel, we are soon going to hit 300 subscribers, and on my vlogging channel, we are soon going to hit 100 subscribers. And on Instagram, Alhamdulillah, we are 1300 plus followers. So do go and check there. You can follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and you can also check out the link of both the YouTube channels. My Hindi recipe channel and my vlogging channel too is mentioned in the description box below. So here our chicken is done and ready. Now there's one more ingredient to be added. So this ingredient has to be going like once your chicken is half done, because we are not going to fully cook these onions. So I've added onions over here. So we are not going to cook the onions a lot. We just need it to be a little crunchy when you eat it. So we are adding it to this point. Cook it nicely and on a low flame. No need of adding water or any other substance now. We are having the last ingredient to be going inside, and I'm adding in some vegetables here. So I've used corn and capsicum. So my corns were like boiled already, which I had left over from another recipe. So I used it and then I added capsicum. Capsicum weren't cooked earlier, so this is like what I added is a completely raw capsicum. Next, I added in soy sauce. If you want, you can add a little vinegar, but then you have to balance it with the salt quantity. You can also as I always say, you can also vary your quantity of the masalas according to your main ingredient, how much you have taken. So I just, as you saw that I just kept on dicing the chicken in here also with the help of a knife and a spoon, the way you do it for shawarma. So you can do it if your chicken gets lumpy or sticky to the pan. Next, I'm adding in some ketchup. See, if you want, you can skip ketchup and add some Szechuan chutney also. but this is the actual ingredient to be added in the recipe, which will enhance again the taste of the recipe. So I'm making bread rolls here. You can use the same filling for your samosas also. You just have to make this filling, and then you get samosa patti or you make it in the home, and then you just put the filling, and your samosas, chicken samosa with some veggies, are going to get ready like very soon and very easy. Or you can also make chicken balls out of it, like just rolling inside bread, and then you dip it into a maida mixture and again in the breadcrumb, and it's going to be ready for you. So here I just want to cook the capsicum a little and a chicken a little more, so I'm just adding a little water. So I've added like half cup, like one third of the cup of water, or maybe less than that. So just going to cover it and cook it for 15 to 20 minutes, and it was done. So now my flame is off. I've turned off the flame, and I'm adding in mayonnaise over here, and then we add cream also with it. So mayonnaise and cream are the last two ingredients that goes in, and the gas is turned off. Now we are going to mix it nicely when it's hot. So the mixture of the bread roll is now ready and steady to get inside the bread. So after mixing it nicely and properly, we get ahead to our breads, just keeping it aside. Now here you have to take bread, any bread of your choice, white bread or sandwich bread or maybe multigrain bread or maybe any other bread. I am using here brown bread. You have to roll it like this with the help of a rolling pin, and this plant is irritating. So yeah, you just have to roll it with a rolling pin nicely, and just keep all the breads aside. Roll however how much of the bread you have, just roll it and then keep it aside so that they are all ready at once to fill in the stuffing. So here I am going to now fill in the stuffing to it. After filling in the stuffing, I'm going to show you two ways how to roll it and how to make it ready. So the first way that I'm doing is a bit difficult and a bit twisty. So here I'm using toothpick to let it stay on place, which I think was an epic fail for me too. So I hope you all don't. I think you should not. I won't suggest that method of rolling the bread. But if you can probably manage to do it, you can go ahead with that. And the next style or next way of doing it is that you put the mixture into the bread, roll it once, and then you add the maide ka atta ka slurry. This slurry is basically flour and a little water, so it has to be thick, not very thin. And then you just put it to the edges of the bread and you roll it nicely, and that gets stick firmly. So this is how you can do it, and this is the much easier way that I would recommend to do. It's like how you do it for your samosa filling. You just apply a maida slurry, that is a maida exactly means all purpose flour. I was not getting that name into it anyways. So this is the all purpose flour slurry. You just have to make it. It's very easy to make. Just add all purpose flour, a little water, and it's ready to use. So this is how you can just make your rolls ready with this slurry, and that is much easier way of doing it. So I would highly recommend you all to go with that. Even if you're making samosas out of this mixture, you can just go with the same process. Just apply roll your samosa patties, your samosa slices that you have with you, and just add or just apply this slurry to the edges, the all purpose flour slurry, and it will stick and it will be ready to fry. But you have to keep it aside for some time. But you have to keep it aside after you make them all ready, like for around 10 to 15 minutes, so that they stick properly and they do not tear off or turn off when you're frying them. So here I am ready to fry my bread rolls. Okay, now there was a big silly mistake what I did. I actually put them into a wrong vessel, into a kadhai, into a wok, and I started deep frying it because every day in the evening when I go into the kitchen for making iftari, every day we have onion bhajiyas in the iftari, so we are very used to it. And I was actually preparing that also on the other side, but then I, in a hurry, I just dumped my bread rolls in it, and I spoiled my three bread rolls. But then I realized that this is a wrong process, so you all also don't do the same mistake. You just do not have to deep fry it, you just have to normally fry it in a pan. And here my bread rolls are ready. So I'm doing the plating. I'm sharing the plating idea with you for the first time. I hope you like the idea of my plating. I'm not a professional chef or a professional plater or a professional person, but I do like experimenting on stuff like this. So yeah, I'm just adding in the rolls on the plate and I'm just going to decorate it, or maybe I'll add some other stuff. Let's see what do I add. But they were super yummy and delicious. So as I told you, you can add cheese to it. So before you just roll the bread, you can add some mozzarella cheese and you get that cheesy flavor into it. So that is all what you can do additional to it. And then I'm just topping it up with some green chutney. You can have it with sauce as well, and then some mint leaves to be adding to it. And here my bread rolls are nice and ready, hot. So I am heading towards my iftar table, and you go and make this for your iftar table, and let's see what comments do I get on it, and do let me know how it turned out for you. Waiting for your replies and responses. Meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel and take part in the giveaway.